Hi, I'm Dave Jennings of the Giants. Teamwork is important in the NFL. Everyone has to work together in order to win. And quality education requires teamwork, too. Education that ensures everyone the chance to develop his or her abilities. Education, the cornerstone of our American way of life, requires the same teamwork for success. Learning takes place everywhere, in the school and in the community, all the time at all ages. Teachers and administrators may be the quarterbacks, but senior citizens, business and industry representatives, volunteers, students themselves, parents, all of us are key members of the education team. The leaders who will solve today's problems and tomorrow's challenges are in your school right now. Call your local school to find out how you can become an active member of the education team. Right, kids?
For more information, write Box 57020, Washington, D.C. 20037.
Fell off the church club.
The preceding announcement was furnished as a public service by the National Football League. Windy, sun-drenched afternoon here in Kansas City. 85, 86 degrees. Can you imagine that as we approach November?
Yeah, it's really unbelievable, although the weather in Kansas City has been like this somewhat in the past. Look at the stats. Kansas City has really dominated the first half. 13 first downs to 5. Offensive plays pretty much even, 38-36. Yardage rushing, 62 for New York, 91 for Kansas City. Passing yardage, big difference there, 114 to 19. Total yards, vast difference, 205 for Kansas City, and New York, 81. But you know, the big thing, Kurt, as I mentioned earlier, is the fact that really the New York Giants are still very much in this game, 10-0. They can overcome that with any kind of break.
And the kick is bounding around. They got mixed up. It's picked up by Morgado. Flags are down. Morgado out of bounds. Out of bounds on his own 19-yard line. The 24-yard line now they spotted out. They wanted Gonti to handle that kick, the rookie, Steve Gonti, number 83. And they're lucky they got the bounce that they did. That could have bound down the 1 or 2 yard line, and there's Gonti. They'd have been in deep trouble.
That's a nice thing about synthetic turf, Kurt. As you know, you get a pretty good bounce, a pretty high bounce, and that was beneficial on that last play.
Clipping, number 50, receiving team, first down.
That is called against Kansas City, clipping against Cal Peterson. You talked about artificial surface, Hank. There are 29 surfaces actually in the league when you count Milwaukee, where Green Bay plays part of our game. 14 are natural and 15 are artificial surface. This is an artificial surface here. McKnight and Reed are the running backs.
It'll be interesting to see if Kansas City can get it out of the soup here.
That's Reed out to the 10-yard line, or McKnight to the 10. 22 is McKnight, 32 is Reed. Let's check the individual figures. Reed had the best record in the first half. He ran for 55 yards, an average of 6.1. He caught 5 passes. He's a leading ball carrier and the leading pass receiver. Coder ran for 32, Billy Taylor for 28 to lead the Giants.
This is a big series for the New York Giants. They ought to come out of here with good field position. They've got to do a good job of stopping the Kansas City attack here and getting some kind of field position. They look like they will.
That time. That's Tony Reed again. He has averaged 6.1 yards a carry in the game.
That's a trap play with Tom Connon, 65, doing a good job of blocking Jeter on the play. And Reed does a good job of running inside the hole. A trap block, of course, means that the offensive people permit the defensive lineman to come across the line of scrimmage and then block him from the inside out.
First down. Wide receiver Marshall in motion. McKnight chased at the 20. Dumped out on the 24, 25, Ted McKnight. And that was Harry Carson laterally running across the field to drive him out of bounds.
They really got around Brad Van Pelt, number 10, the left linebacker that time, and picked up a good chunk of yardage on the play.
Reed, 62 yards now. Look at the average, 6.2. When Levy came here as coach, he put in a wing T. Everybody laughed at him. The old power wing formation. He said one of the reasons he put it in is so his players would hit, block, tackle, and get the feeling of hitting people and not doing it the easy way.
There he goes again.
There's Reed outside. Might have had him for a loss, but they didn't. He keeps breaking tackles. The tips of his toes to the top of his head. He must have strength in every fiber. They just can't hold on to him. He had 3 100-yard games last year, most of any Kansas City player in one season in a long time. First down, they've come from their 5 to their 29, and with this kind of a bleeding yardage attack, they use the clock all the time. Livingston will put it up on first down. And that getting away that time is J.T. Smith. He's out on his 37.
Mike's doing a good job of changing the rhythm and changing the tempo. This time he throws on first down, throws a square out pattern, which means that the offensive receiver goes down about 6 yards, breaks on the outside. This time he broke on the outside of Terry Jackson, number 24, who missed the tackle. And he tries to scamper upfield, fight his way through the traffic, but picks up another yard or yard and a half on the play.
10 out of 17 for Mike Livingston. Second down and 2. There's a fumble. Reed pounces on it. Tony Reed at the 35, so they lose. And now they'll bring a third down. And about 4.
It looked like he got tangled up in an offensive lineman's foot that time as he tried to reverse pivot. He got tangled up and fell to the ground and almost lost possession of the ball. But as you mentioned, Tony Reed very alertly pounced on the football.
He was pivoting while the ball was going the other way. Evidently, he didn't have the right grip on it. Third down, 4. For the Chiefs under 35. Reed will try and throw it quickly here for a first down. He gets it out. It's intercepted. Van Pelt at the 30. Flag is down. Van Pelt is tripped up. Van Pelt goes inside the 20. So we have a flag down. Bob Simmons just nicked him around the ankle, or Van Pelt might have run it in for a touchdown.
It looked like there was some interference on Reed that time. I don't know what they call it, but let's see what they do.
On 10 on the defense. Defensive pass. All right.
Defensive pass interference, I think.
Interference number 10. Defense. First up.
Van Pelt interfered. Watch it.
Yeah, so watch him. I happened to be looking at Reed that time. He knocked him off coming across the middle. There you see him.
Where's that on number 10? I don't see where's any.
No, it was. No, it was on Carson, I think. I don't
they
think
called it on number 10, but I believe the interference was on Harry Carson.
Yeah, Carson,
who crashed into the receiver and knocked him off his feet.
You're right.
Well, the official gave us the wrong man. It was Carson who committed the interference. First down. Kansas City on their 41-yard line.
See if they run right.
They do. That's Reed, and that time he's down, and he's hit there by Lloyd with a flag down. One of the few times Reed has been stopped for a short gain.
Well, the one thing that you have to do against him...
Holding number 65, offense, decline, first down.
One thing you have to do against a runner like that, you must get penetration. If you maintain the blocks on the line of scrimmage and spread them out, he's got so much ability to pick the seams and take advantage of the running areas that he'll really burn you.
All right, we'll be back here. Kansas City leading 10-0.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
How you holding up? I'm all right. You want to go for 10 miles? If we make it, I'll buy you a beer. If we make it, I'll buy you a Lowenbrow.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Announcing a gas-saving breakthrough from Ford Motor Company. the first and only automatic overdrive transmission in any American-made car.
When your car reaches about 40, Ford's new transmission automatically shifts into overdrive.
The result? Your engine runs 1/3 slower for increased highway fuel efficiency. It's one of many engineering improvements that help 1980 Ford, Mercury, and Lincoln
cars average over 120 more estimated highway miles than last year on 20 gallons of gas. That's incredible.
Automatic overdrive at Ford, Mercury, and Lincoln dealers.
Next Sunday, it's a CBS NFL doubleheader. Check local listings for the games and times in your area. A super Sunday of football. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
All right, the Giants recovered that last fumble, the bottom of the pile. They have a good field position now.
Good chance for a play-action pass on first down. Or some kind of, here they go.
And they're throwing deep. The Scales just tipped away. Tipped away by Tim Collier, number 44. They tried to hit the deep one on first down and missed with it. It'll be second down 10. The Giants on the Chiefs' 43-yard line.
You know, Collier turns his back to the sideline in pursuit of the flanker. For that reason, you ought to be able to run a deep pattern and break to the outside, because there's no way in the world that he can cover that kind of a pass to his outside, the way he covers with his knees to the inside.
Second down 10, Giants ball, Chief 43, slot left formation. Sims flares it out to Coder. And there goes another flag down. And Coder's out of bounds along his 43-yard line. They're dropping the flags now. That's holding against the Giants. That's the 7th penalty against the Giants in the game. Kansas City's had only 3. That's holding. You look over to the sideline to see what they want to do.
You know, the new rule where you can extend your arms on pass protection, I just don't know how in the world you can pass block and
Holding,
not hold.
Number 60, offense, still second down.
Brad Benson, number 60, the left tackle, caught in the act that time, holding.
Well, they move the ball back to the Giant 47. Second down 20. Jackson and Spaney are out, the linebacker. They put a 4-man rush in. An extra secondary back past the fence. Sims loading it deep. Coder down the middle, tripped as he went down. Coder's claiming he was tripped. He stumbled. Look at Coder going over to argue with the official. They ran him out of the backfield, a fly pattern right down the middle. Overthrew him, but he stumbled as he went down. But the official said, get back in that huddle.
That time they had good pass protection that time. Sims had plenty of time to throw the ball, but as you mentioned, Coder tripped himself on the play and stumbled and lost his pace and lost the gate, and the ball fell incomplete.
San Diego now leads the Rams 21-7. Wilbur Young recovered a Pat Hayden fumble, ran 3 yards for a touchdown. Third down 20. Giants ball their own 47. They're behind 10-0. There goes Billy Taylor in motion. Flag down again. Sims throws. Gray's out there. He's got it. Gray, touchdown, but a flag is down. They dropped the flag on the play. Ernie Gray. Sims going down, and now will this one be called back?
I don't think so. I think it's against the Kansas City Chiefs this time.
Offsides, number 49. Defense.
It's on Kansas City. It's a Giant
points.
touchdown. The rookie battery again. Take a look at him.
Boy, did he lay it up there nicely that time, right into the middle area, ran a post. He was open on the play about 3 or 4 strides. Makes a very nice catch. Ernie Gray goes into the end zone. And as we talked about earlier, boy, it's dangerous when you don't score points, Kurt. Anything can happen. Now it's 10-6 and possibly will be 10-7 after this kick.
And you saw the players all slap the rookie kid as he came over. He hit that one for 53 yards. They hit for 2 last week. Gray and Sims combined for 2 in the second period. And they're already forming quite a combination. There's the kick up, and that kick hits the bar, and it's good! It hit the bar and went over. It hit the crossbar and flopped over.
Boy, it takes a lot of accuracy to do that, to be able to hit that goalpost that way and make it bounced over, Kurt. What a play.
All right. They got the point. It wasn't pretty, but it was good, and it's 10-7 Kansas City.
This is the Shield America Trust, shielding your car from more than rust. This is the sign of complete car carriages. Ziebart dealers everywhere. Ziebart, look for the Shield, look for the Ziebart Shield. This is the Shield of quality, backed by a lifetime warranty. Bring you protection wherever you are for as long as you own your car. Ziebart, look for the Shield, look for the Ziebart Shield.
Some guys never learn. They're still taking it on the chin. Gotcha. Norelco offers the Norelco rotary razor. Not 1 or 2 blades, but 36 blades inside 3 adjustable floating heads and a unique shaving angle for a very close shave without a nick or cut. So say hello to the Norelco rotary razor and say goodbye to Gotcha.
Watch this kick. Watch this kick hit the bar. And it could have. Look at this. Look at this.
Art Still looked like number 67 got a piece of the ball, slowed his progress as it went up in the air, airborne, hit the goalpost on the backside and bounced over for the extra point.
Here's Dinello's kickoff. And it's driven out of bounds. And they'll come back and kick it off again. Oh, a 53-yard pass play from Sims to Gray has put the Giants back in. They had 3rd and 20 when they threw that pass. In fact, they have been throttled all day by this aggressive, alert Kansas City defensive team that leads the NFL in the fewest points allowed.
Nothing is more disturbing than have a team 3rd and 20. Everybody knows he's going to try to throw a pass and then have one thrown deep.
Tonight on CBS, there's the lineup for you. We hope you'll be tuned in. 60 Minutes, Archie Bunker's Place. One day at a time, Alice, the Jeffersons, and Trapper John M.D. That's like reading that old train of Jack Benny's from up the California coast in L.A. That lineup, that's a great lineup. All right, here we have the kickoff from the 30-yard line. Belton is back deep. And Dinello, the Giants have the wind at their back in this period. About a 10, 15-mile-an-hour wind. Outside the stadium, it is 30 miles an hour. The stadium is completely closed and cuts the draft off. This is a driving kick that is hitting, bounding, and it's out of bounds again. And he'll go back and kick it off now from the 25. One more time.
You know, that's the nice thing about having good kickoff and punt return people. It kind of intimidates the kicking team because they try so desperately to get the ball away from certain people that sometimes they don't get it where it's supposed to be and they kick it out of bounds. And it's a severe penalty to do it 3 successive times.
You're looking at Kansas City, and Levy said, we may not be this, we may not be that, but I will match my specialty teams against any in the league, covering kicks, returning them. Said we've worked very hard. And Levy's first job in the NFL was the special teams coach under George Allen at Washington.
That's exactly true. And they have done a good job with the specialty teams. And it really helps the specialty teams when you have somebody kick the ball out of bounds a couple of times. That's a good way to bring the ball back in good shape.
All right, Dinello will try it again from the 25 of the Giants. Belton, Morgado, and Gant are spread out along the Kansas City 15-yard line. 10-7 now. Kansas City leading. This one is scribbling down. Is this going out again? Flag is down. It's out on the 16-yard line. He may be kicking out of the end zone before this is over.
Yes, he's going to line up in a tunnel here in a minute and try to kick it out of there. He's going to have to move Tony DePardo and his band out of that area because Tony's pretty well entrenched.
I've seen him do it once or twice. This is 3. This will be his 4th kickoff in a row. I've never seen this before. 4 in a row. Now they're back to the 20. Kicking off. This is like a free kick after a safety.
It really is.
Getting back to those specialty teams, this probably all you coaches have said this. Offense sells tickets. defense wins games and specialty teams win championships.
Yeah, there's so much truth to that, really and truly, Kurt. Really, you go into a game and you think if you can win 2 out of the 3 contests, namely the kicking or the defense or whatever it might be, you're going to win. So you better be proficient at all 3 of them, because you never know which 2 you're going to need to win the game, you see. So it's important to really spend a lot of time on the specialty teams.
Here's the 4th kickoff in a row. Dinello booms this one. And Belton takes it on his 14 to the 20 to the 30. And he's down on the 34. Actually, the Giants got a real kick that time by Dinello, or Kansas City could have been up somewhere between their 40 and 50-yard line.
Yeah, they were really, they dodged a bullet there. Looks like they came out of that in pretty good shape.
Look at the penalties. The Giants 10 for 70, and Kansas City has had 3 for 25. 35-yard line of Kansas City, their ball. We have 11 minutes to go in the 3rd period. And it's now 10-7 in favor of Kansas City. Mike Livingston has Tony Reed and Ted McKnight in back of him.
Something right. See if something right comes, either a pass or a run.
That's Marshall in motion. Right up the middle, a gaping hole is open for Ted McKnight. The Chiefs have been better on the ground today than the Giants.
Well, that's their personality. They're a good running team, and that time again, the play was designed to go to the right and run off of the block of the right tackle. There was a hole inside, however. He saw it and took advantage of it. Beautiful run there by Ted McKnight, number 22.
A little mild upset in the making here. Seattle 2-5 against Houston 5-2, and Seattle leads 17-7 in the 3rd period. When I say mild, nothing would surprise me in the NFL.
Good time for a play-action pass here on Mike's part. It's a waste down, 2nd and 1.
And they give it off to Morgado, their short yardage man, Arnold Morgado. Barry Carson hit him, the middle linebacker. 1st down for the Chiefs.
See if Mike will come back here now with some kind of a play-action pass or a pass on 1st and 10.
Kansas City's on their 49-yard line. The day I open up my wing tee or my power running game is the day I get out of football and into basketball, says Coach Levy. He likes to grind it out. 1st down.
No, he's going to run it again. A lot of room, too. A lot of room.
45, 40, 1st down for Reed. What a day he's having. Tony Reed from Colorado, out of Antelope Valley Junior College.
This kind of play is effective. Tom Condon out in front, number 65, really does a nice job of blocking. And Henry Marshall downfield also trying to throw a block. But the tight end, Tony Samuels, and I couldn't get a good look that time, but normally that tight end has to do a good job of blocking on that kind of a play for that kind of a play to succeed as well as it did that last time.
Kansas City, 18 1st downs to 6, I believe, for the Giants.
Something left. Let's see.
They go left. That's McKnight, and he runs into some traffic and is dropped at the 35-yard line of New York by Brian Kelly, the right linebacker. They'll have a 2nd down. 8 to go, time moving, 8:40 to play in the 3rd quarter. And here's McKnight limping. Kelvin Miller is out, and Mendenhall goes in. Mendenhall's had a bad back the last few weeks, and he's finally healed enough to play some today. Here's McKnight skipping off.
You know, one thing that you have to do against a team that goes east and west as well as Kansas City, you've got to blitz your outside linebackers to try to contain the outside so you get help from the inside. They haven't been doing that.
Mike Williams, number 40, replaces McKnight. Reed again at the 30. Reed over the 25. Reed to the 23. Tony Reed, 7, 8, 9 yards every time he carries the ball.
Boy, he's a piece of work. Another draw play. Looks like he's in the quicksand there and looked like he was in trouble, but Mendenhall has a shot. He spins away from Mendenhall, number 64, but he's really done an amazing job of running here this afternoon. Very, very impressive.
He has 96 yards and 14 carries. Look at that one. The Redskins up by the Vikings late in the game. Tommy Kramer passing them to victory. New Orleans wins their third in a row. They beat the Lions 17-7. Cowboys, top record in the league, 22-13 over the Cardinals. Second down, 5. Bootleg by Livingston. Livingston out of bounds, has a first down. Mike Livingston ran the bootleg. He's mixing them up now.
Yes, he is. He's keeping them off balance, and that time I think he called a sweep and didn't tell anybody he was going to keep the ball. Those are usually the best kind of plays because the faking is so authentic. See, nobody thinks he's going to run the ball. They all pull like they're going to run the basic play. Mike was able to scamper for the first down, did a good job, and made the yardage necessary for the 1st and 10 situation.
Now they're looking over there. The 49ers in the third period lead Atlanta. Paul Hofer just ran 2 yards for a touchdown, 14-9. They're the only team without a victory in the National Football League. They're measuring this on the 13-yard line. This has been a grinding drive after Danilo kicked out of bounds 3 times in a row. Kansas City started this on their own 35-yard line and just grinded out with Tony Reed again being featured.
Very impressive drive, and that's the best defense in the world to keep the ball away from the opposition.
Kansas City's on the New York 13-yard line. They have the first down. 10-7, Kansas City in the lead. 6:40 to play in the third period. They drop him that time. That was a good charge by Mendenhall, 64, who hit Tony Reed that time, slowed him up before he could start pulling his dazzling moves, and knocked him down for a yard gain. It is second down, 9 to go. Reed has 97 yards on 15 carries.
Mendenhall is really an outstanding player and adds a dimension to the defensive line that they need desperately.
Too bad he's had the bad back this year. Second down, 9. Here's Reed on the sweep. Bouncing through men, goes down on the 9-yard line of New York by Ray Oldham, the free safety. Well, that gives them a 3rd and 6.
This is really a sledgehammer attack. Just going right after him, nothing fancy, but it's very impressive to see him blow him off the ball like they're doing and have done on this drive.
They haven't thrown the ball once in this drive from their own 35, 3rd and 6. Reed now has 101 yards, the 5th 100-yard game of his career. The 2nd 100-yard game for the Chiefs this year. Ted McKnight had the other one. He'll throw. It's out. Incomplete. They have 4th down coming. That pass intended for J.T. Smith. 4th down. 6. And coming on is the field goal team led by the Montana State old-time ski jumper, Jan Stenerud. I said to Jan, you ever go back up to Bozeman and do a little skiing? Oh, yeah. He said, I like it there.
He says, yeah, better than he used to 10 years ago.
This will be a 25-yard attempt. The kick is up. Blocked by the Giants. Scooped up on their 10, out to their 20, 25. Still going. And out of bounds with it. The Giants block it.
Boy, somebody came up the middle and really, Jeter looked like, came up the middle. Watch somebody fall back. Looked like the left guard. Boy, he really got knocked back on his number.
Yeah. McKinney picks it up there, Otis McKinney.
Yeah.
And so the Giants bent, but then they really didn't collapse down there deep in their own territory. They stopped them, and they take it over, and with the blocked field goal, instead of operating around their 5 or 6 yard line, they have some breathing room at their 32.
I'd be very concerned if I was Kansas City at this stage of the game because, they moved the ball very well. They haven't made enough points.
Sims throws. Quick sideline pattern to Billy Taylor. And Taylor's bumped out by Whitney Paul, the left linebacker. Let's watch this again. I believe it's Jeter, I think. Let's watch it again.
Watch Jeter, number 70, block it. He really gets good penetration and good height.
And that quick pass picked up 5. Young Phil Simms. Phil who, they said at the draft? They won't be saying that in the future. Phil Simms, second down, 5. Look out. Takes away, throws. Gray drops the ball, and into another man, Giants' hands. Billy Taylor has it. That used to be illegal, the double touch. Now that's an illegal pass. It hit Gray's hands and into the hands of Taylor.
Really makes it a interesting play. Follow the bouncing ball here. It's amazing he got away from the traffic like he did. Threw the ball to Shirk, who deflects it, and is caught by Billy Taylor, number 38.
All right, it is first down. The Giants ball on their own 50. And this crowd at Arrowhead Stadium getting a little uneasy now.
They got to come right back with a play-action pass or something here. They don't.
With a run to Coder. Coder busts it, 45-40. First down. Coder to the 35-yard line. That's their longest gain from scrimmage on a run. And Jackson and Collier ganged up to bring him down.
They throw the ball quickly out to Coder, number 44. He sees the seam. Doug Van Horn does a good job of just screening a linebacker around the play. Coder does the rest with a nice run over the left side.
All right, the Giants, who were defending against a possible touchdown just a couple of minutes ago, are now threatening. 20-7, Seattle leading Houston. Third period. First down, Giants on the Kansas City 35. Perkins in motion. Simms fade. He has time. He's throwing deep to Perkins. Incomplete in the end zone. Perkins was double teamed going down by Collier and by Barbaro.
I can't understand why they continue to try to throw deep on Collier. They can throw on the outside of him, but it's very difficult to throw the ball over the top because he's got good speed and good reaction, but he cannot cover an outside move, and they haven't thrown one in front of him yet.
Perkins goes out. Second down. San Diego now makes it 24-7 over the Rams. Mike Wood just kicked the 37-yard field goal. Giant offensive line comes up. They replace the starting offensive tackles, Coppins and Gravel, last week. They put in Benson and Neville this week. Gravel has been waived. Second and 10. Simms fires. He has it to Ernie Gray. Gray inside the 15 for a first down. Gray caught a 53-yard scoring pass, and the rookie grabs another one.
You know, he's really expressed a lot of improvement since the first time we saw him. Not talking about Ernie Gray. Simms really shows a lot of poise, stays in the pocket nicely, delivers the ball right on the money to Ernie Gray, makes a catch in the middle area, gets upfield, makes another 5 yards in the play, and the most important thing, he held on to the football.
All right, a first down, Giants now on the Kansas City 14. Simms on the pitch. Coder runs a 10, keeps driving. He's to the 7, and he's pulled down there by Don Parrish, the nose tackle, number 61.
Suddenly,
Barbaro helped him, number 26.
Suddenly, the offensive line of the New York Giants is dominating the defensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs, and there's some missed tackles on the play, but they're doing a good job of maintaining their blocks and keeping people on the line of scrimmage so that the back can find running room and go inside or outside depending on what happens.
Gray goes to the right. Second down. Straight ahead. Coder bulls over the 5 to the 4 to 3 maybe. Doug Coder of Kentucky. And as they unscramble him, inside the 4. That last tackle. A combination of Spaney, the inside linebacker, and Still, the left end. Still, by the way, second player taken in the draft last year, one of 10 children, Camden, New Jersey. And he says sports straighten him out. They have a first and goal. New York's ball, first goal on the Kansas City 3-yard line. Kansas City ahead 10-7. Flag dropped. Touchdown by Billy Taylor, but the flag went down on the play. Maybe wiped out. Let's see.
No, I think it's on Kansas City.
Maybe.
Encroachment, number 52. Defense.
That's encroachment.
Lined up offside.
Howard got in the
Decline.
neutral zone and touched
6
somebody
points.
in the other team. Touchdown for Billy Taylor here.
A good old high button shoe play with straight ahead blocking at the point of attack. They just do a good job of blowing them off the football. That's all it is.
You ever see anything change like that? Kansas City
But again,
had the ball on the Giant 13-yard line with a first down and goal to go, and a couple 3 minutes later the Giants have a touchdown.
but it's what we alluded to earlier, Kurt. You got to get points when you get opportunities, and Kansas City has really did not take advantage of the opportunities they had early in the game.
Number 69. Offense.
That's a false start there by Simmons, the guard. So they move it back 5 yards. That was quite a drive by the Giants. They blocked the field goal, took over in their 32, went 68 yards. Coder doing the main job of the running, and a good pass from Sims to his rookie teammate Ernie Gray, got him inside the 15, and Coder and Taylor slugged it in there. And that kick by DeMello is up and good. And the Giants have the lead for the first time in the game. The score, New York 14, Kansas City 10.
The more aerodynamic shape a vehicle has, the easier it slips through the air. And that's what happened to this pickup truck, announcing the first new truck of the 80s, the new Ford. It's aerodynamically designed, so it's more slippery than last year, has less drag, with the best gas mileage rating of any American-built pickup. And there's all that Ford-built toughness, twin I-beam suspension, and big payloads too. Ford, aerodynamically designed for the fuel needs of the 80s. Built Ford Tough.
A great deal of time and care go into the production of a fine play, just as they go into the making of a fine wine. Paul Masson's Rhine Castle. The taste is smooth, flavorful, delicious. Paul Masson wines taste so good because they're made with such care. What Paul Masson said nearly a century ago is still true today. We will sell no wine before it's time.
It's a CBS Sports Special. Next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, see the 1979 Turf Classic live. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
That's the story of the Giant drive. 68 yards, 8 plays. Let's see if DeMello kicks this one down the middle. Here he is. Oh, he booms it. That's a deep one. It's coming to Belton. Belton fumbling the ball. Scrambling. Goes down with it very wisely. Some players would have panicked and said, hey, I got to get out of here. And they would have got out about their 1 or 2 yard line.
You know, it's very important that you have a philosophy as a receiver back there. You have to say to yourself before the ball is kicked, if I get it, of course, I'm going to run it out if it's only 3 yards deep. If I fumble it, the first thing I'm going to do is down it. You can't be thinking about that at the time. You have to prematurely anticipate those kind of things and be ready for it when it happens.
I got a kick about this man Perkins. Some of the players are complaining, well, he's a hard taskmaster and they wave the player, this and that. If you don't do it, you're too soft. If you do it, you're too tough.
It's always something, but you have to have a philosophy and exercise that philosophy, and you can't compromise on principle.
That's Reed. Reed slashing to the 25-yard line of the Chiefs. The hit by Brad Van Pelt, number 10. Second down, 5. We're running down to the last minute of the third period. 60 minutes will follow the football game, and they have quite a story about a California doctor coming up. Second down, 5. The Chiefs tried to put the Giants away big in the first half, but didn't do it. And now it's New York leading 14-10. Here's Reed again. They got him. And he's out of bounds. He still got away, but Beasley Reese finally pushed him out.
There were 3 people out there, and all 3 of them wound up missing the tackle, and he wound up standing up going out of bounds. Incredible running.
If you wonder why they're giving him the ball so much, and they certainly have nearly every play of the second half, Paul Brown's old philosophy, When they said, why do you give Jimmy Brown the ball 30, 35 times a game? He said, when you've got a big cannon, shoot it.
Or when you got a good horse, ride it.
Right. 23-yard line of Kansas City. 3rd down, 7. 24 seconds left in the 3rd period. Livingston will put it up. Sidelines it. And out of bounds. It goes out on the 29-yard line, short of a first down. Henry Marshall caught it, and he got wrapped up there by Terry Jackson. Jackson made a good play as he drove the receiver backwards before he took him out.
Look where they mark it.
Livingston is arguing, hey, he caught the ball over the yard marker.
Yeah, let's see what they mark it. It looks like they might have marked it a little short of the first down. Let's see what happens.
I got to put him out in the 29. How about you, Coach?
Yes, that's where it is, looks like.
The meeting of the council. Sagebrush Council. We're down to 20 seconds in the 3rd period. 14-10, New York. Kansas City led at the half, 10-0. Now what are they doing here?
Well, it looks like they mark it on the 31, it looks like, which would be the first down.
The ruling is that forward progress was beyond the line, therefore it's a first down. He was driven back out of bounds.
All right, there's his forward progress. That was the 31. Now the slow-mo looked like as he caught the ball, he was being carried. He did go out of bounds in the 29. Any passing play, the farthest point is judged to completion, unless the player himself runs backwards, tries to outstrip the pursuers. Well, Kansas City is the first down, the officials rule, and they're 31. One official overruled another one. Now time runs out. That's the end of the 3rd quarter here in Arrowhead Stadium, with the score, the New York Giants 14 and the Kansas City Chiefs 10.
If we could take you through the plant to show you what is new and let you see what's going on and watch the things we do. If you could see the cars and trucks we're working on for you, you'd say incredible. Ford, that's incredible.
Introducing the Incredible Ford Factory Tour. Come and see the incredible things we're doing to produce a new generation of more fuel-efficient cars and trucks.
If you could see tomorrow the way it looks to us today, you'd say incredible. Ford, that's incredible.
To take the Incredible Ford Factory Tour, write us for information.
This is Kurt Gowdy with Hank Stram, Kansas City, Missouri, 4th period. Kansas City has the win now. 10 or 12 miles an hour in this quarter. 4th quarter, Falcons have gone ahead of the 49ers, 15-14. First down for the Chiefs on their own 31-yard line. Livingston at the Tony Reed. Reed dumped by Dan Lloyd, the 4th linebacker in there for the Giants. They're playing the 3-man line again. Put it on a 34.5, and statistically, in the NFL, they always go to the next yard line. So it's really the 35-yard line, to be official about it. 2nd down, 6. Kansas City on their 35. Draw play. He's got him. Tony Reed hit by Dan Lloyd again. And George Martin with a big rush in there.
They got good penetration that time, Kurt, and that's exactly what we talked about earlier. You must get penetration if you're going to stop this kind of a running attack, because they've really dominated the line of scrimmage. And if you don't get penetration, you're already in trouble.
101 yards for Reed today. He's caught 6 passes. In other words, he's had a very engaging afternoon. 3rd and 8. Livingston shoots it down the middle. Knocked away by Jackson. Perry Jackson, who's made some key plays on defense from the left cornerback spot. Slapped it away from Henry Marshall. And Kansas City has to punt.
Mike put the ball right on the money. That should have been a reception.
Bobby Hammond is back to receive the kick. He had a shoulder separation in training camp. Here's the #1 punter in the American Conference. You out-kick Ray Guy, you're doing something. End over end. Bobby Hammond misjudged the ball. Ran up on it, went over his head.
Boy, it really did. You know, Krupp, I watched him the last 2 times he's kicked. He really does a good job of dropping the football.
We'll return here to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City after this word from your local station.
Meet Dr. Charlie Nichols, the world's greatest operator. But when he meets the girl of his dreams, she wants him to stop making house calls. The CBS Wednesday movie at 9, each Central and Mountain.
This is CBS.